I guess that silky loner act really does work on girls. Works on me all the time.
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Romas. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Changeling. I was gonna say hello, beautifuls, but welcome back to Changeling. We're here talking about Marc's family and Adrian's dad, technically. I looked over guiltily as the others laughed. Nothing important. Oh, really? Well, in that case, Elliot, are you coming to the Halloween party? I should have put socks on because I'm freaking cold. Inquiring minds need to know. Sorry, can't do it this year. Have other obligations. You never come to our parties. Come on, Danny isn't coming either. You guys seriously need to get out more. Michiko, what about you? You're officially invited too, you know? I don't think I can make it. Sadly, my mom is already plotting something. She typically likes us home for holidays, for whatever reason. I think she just likes to hear Spencer and I bicker. Hey now, you three aren't planning to go do something by yourselves, are you? Don't you all live next to each other? We do, but we're not planning anything. I really will be at home all night. I guess that means your brother won't come either. Why would they want him to? But she... what the fuck? Look at Danny's like, what? But she had that weird little smile on her face that Allie always got when she talked about Spencer. I could recognize it a mile away. I guess that silky loner act really does work on girls. Works on me all the time. At least in visual novels. I didn't have the heart to tell her that Allie had already spoken for him, would totally fight her over it. And I would prefer Allie to be the girl that he dates. And given her magic advantage, Allie was someone I would not want to fight. No, I'm afraid not. I'll be stuck with him. Well, tell him he's invited anyway, just so he knows we care. In fact, you should get him to sit with us sometime. We don't like each other! You do it! You can tell him if you want. If I tell him, he'll definitely reject the invitation outright. And believe me, you won't get him to sit here as long as I'm in visual range. You two really don't get along, do you? Nope, not a bit. After that, lunch passed quickly. Marc didn't return to the cafeteria, not that I expected him to. I kept thinking about the incident with the table. Maybe I was just overthinking things after all. I guess even vampires had to do with stupid high school drama. It probably wasn't anything to get worked up about. After lunch came art, then my study period. It was sort of an informal sway-do-fear period that I usually took in the cafeteria, though the library was also an option. I had learned after the first day that no one used the library for studying, at least not for studying their actual classes. The cafeteria was more comfortable, so that's where I started going. Typically, we didn't get much supervision. Our teacher liked to disappear shortly after the bell. I mean, I would too. Fuck that. I normally sat alone, but today as I walked in, I saw Marc sitting in his usual spot in the far corner. Maybe I should just sit with him. I told myself I just wanted to get all our reading done so he could focus on studying for the exam. But I just sort of wanted to check in with him. Really. Man, have I always been this nosy? I didn't know, but it didn't stop me from heading toward him. I was halfway there when I realized Adrian and the others were sitting a few tables away. Were they in this class with us? I couldn't remember having seen them before, but it was possible they were among the library lurkers. Oh, he is wearing gloves. I ignored them and went up to Marc's table. Hi. He looked up with surprise when I spoke. Is it okay if I sit here? I thought we could use the time to finish up the reading, then review Friday's test. He's gonna tell me no, isn't he? I mean, if you want. If you'd rather study alone or whatever, that's fine. You can sit if you like. Oh, for real? Okay. I was a little surprised he said yes. I pulled up my chair and slid my book bag onto the table. I shot him a furtive look as I pulled out my playbook. So we were nearly done, I think. I started to flip through the pages. We can probably get through the rest of it this period if we just... Why did you really sit here? I looked up at him. Busted. I was worried. Fam? What else? I really just want to study, that's all this fucking lie. We're gonna tell Marc the truth and only the truth. I was just worried after what happened, okay? Ooh, that was not cute. Okay, I guess we can't tell Marc the truth. What the fuck? Okay. Guess we can't tell him the truth. Guess we're gonna lie. Okay. I sighed. I really wanted to ask Marc. Marc was even giving me an opening. But the look on his face wasn't encouraging, to be honest. I doubted he wanted to discuss his personal issues with me. Well, I guess. And because the guys were like right over there on the other table. And I felt guilty for coming over with ulterior motives. It wasn't like I was trying to pry. I was just worried. I mean, he could mentally hear that I'm worried. It's fine. But maybe Elliot was right. I shouldn't stick my nose in. The only relationship Mark and I really had was that of a classmate. Oh, that's true. We're not friends. Sorry. Let me stay in my lane. I shouldn't get carried away. I just wanted to study, okay? Since I didn't know how much time you'd have the rest of the week, that's all. Mark raised an eyebrow and sighed. You could say that in a manner of speaking. It disagrees with some of my father's business practice. Oh, wait, you're just outright telling me? As well as the way my family has handled some of our internal affairs. So he was going to call my bluff on that one. I set my playbook down and gave him a serious look. What does that have to do with you? There's a great deal about our society that you'll never understand. Our society, so they really are vampires. That's true, I guess. It isn't something that concerns you, and it isn't something that warrants pity. Don't be overly concerned with it. You say that, but you have your own concerns. Worry about them. Right. Well, that's what I was trying to do until you brought it up. Is that right? Are you gonna read or not? I think I'll go to the library instead. I've had enough Shakespeare for one day. He gathered his things and left me there alone. I let out a long sigh and slumped down in my seat. Well, that's what you get for sticking your nose in. Either way, get fucking busted. You should have expected it. Well, shit. After the less than stellar study hall, I decided to spend the rest of my free period in the club room. There was no one else there, which meant a lot of peace and quiet just for me. I sat onto the sofa and got my books out. Now, Crimbles. I flipped to the section I had marked previously and settled back against the pillows as I started reading. Crimbles were a type of changeling, a fairy that was raised by humans after fairies kidnapped a human child, because fairies were jerks like that. Apparently, they had a thing for stealing babies. Crimbles were just one type of changeling. There were many variations of that particular bit of lore. Crimbles usually grew up disfigured and strange looking, then led lonely lives because of it, but they were really gifted with music. If by some happenstance the original parents were ever able to get their baby back, something the book neglected to explain how to do, the child would have no memory of their time with the Fae, just a sort of vague recollection of beautiful music. I made a little mark beside that. Nothing else about that sort fit my situation, but I might warrant looking into them further to see if I could find more information about that amnesia thing. No memory, huh? That seems to imply that fairies erase memories, didn't it? Or was there some inherent quality of fairy that made people lose their memories of it when they left, like some sort of defense mechanism? That could lead to a whole new slew of new theories about my disappearances. To be honest, I'd never thought much about what might have actually happened during that day. I'd always imagined I'd just been wandering around, lost. What if I had been with other fairies during those times, or something? I had no way of knowing really, but it wouldn't hurt to mark this as a possible cross-reference for my research. I tapped the pen against the journal. Besides, I'd also had that strange memory of music from some of my dreams, even from a couple of my sleepwalking episodes. It was another pseudo connection that didn't quite pan out. But every little clue I found just convinced me that this fairy research was putting me on the right track, or close to the right track anyway. Michiko Melody. Who was this? I started when someone spoke my name. Oh, hi, Vilos. You're so handsome. Looking up, I realized Vilos was behind me with a perplexed look on his face. Do you not have class right now? Oh, I have a free period right now, so there's nowhere else I need to be. Are you not assisting another teacher during this period? I was under the impression most students in your position helped out for extra credit when possible. I don't need it. I haven't worked anything out with any other teachers, actually. I see, so you've come here to work on your research. I thought I'd try it for today. What do you usually do during this period? Read or draw somewhere else, library, cafeteria, wherever. I see. In that case, if you would be willing to occasionally run errands for me, I wouldn't mind allowing you to use the club room during your off period. Wait, you're telling me how they do errands for you so I can stay here? Oh, sure, I guess. Very good. Then would you run this paperwork down to Miss Roberts? She teaches literature on the first floor. Right, I know her. I held my hand out for the papers, and Vilos handed them over. Thank you. No problem, but for the record, if you wanted my help, you didn't have to try to barter use of the club room for it. I don't mind running errands sometimes. You smell faintly. I'll remember that. And Miss Melody? Yeah? I am rather busy at the moment, but if you need help on your research, you shouldn't hesitate to ask. Why are you being so nice? If I hit any roadblocks, I will. Thank you. I left him there and started toward the stairs. It didn't take long to drop off the paperwork. Miss Roberts didn't have a class and was just grading papers. She thanked me and sent me on my way. While downstairs, I decided to get a bottle of water from the cafeteria. I didn't know if anyone had restocked the mini fridge in the club room, and didn't want to walk all the way up and find it was still empty. Mark kept some extras in the room somewhere, but they were apparently for his exclusive tea-making use. I'd have been able to find them, so I assumed they were in one of the locked cabinets. Water hog! There was no one else in the cafeteria as I surveyed. The vending machines and their sadly depleted drink options. Well, there is one filtered water, so I just got that. It wasn't as nice as spring water, but whatever. I was going to be a water snob, like some people. I bent to retrieve my overpriced bottle when someone behind me startled me out of my reverie. Ah, you got the last one. Who is this? Why is there so many mysterious people that like to suddenly pop up on me? I spun around the sound of the unfamiliar voice. Motherfucker. Go away. Go away. Adrian Wallace was standing right behind me. He'd been popping up a surprising amount lately, though that was usually because Mark was nearby. I eyed him warily. What's he doing here? Sorry, I guess I did. You're Michiko, right? Yeah? What about it? I moved aside as he could get to the machine. No classes, period. No, I have a free period. Oops, sorry, skipping you. Same here. I edged away from him, figuring I would try to leave. This was just too awkward. I didn't know why he was suddenly talking to me. Where's your gloves? Oh, wait, he has gloves on so he doesn't like touch people physically to hear them, right? Well, it was nice chatting with you. Wait, hang on a sec. He quickly punched in something on the machine and pulled a drink out. I'll walk with you. Where are you heading? Thanks, I'm going to the 4th floor. What the fuck? Why would I answer that? So I'm capable of walking on my own? Is that too rude? I feel like that's fucking rude. And I can't be like, next episode, peace out. You don't have to do that. I know, but I don't mind. Even though I've seen you in class, we've never really gotten the chance to talk or anything. You want to talk? Let's sit right here. Stay in the cafeteria. Well, it's hard to talk in class anyway. I mean, without getting yelled at and all. Yeah, I guess so. He gave me a disarming smile. No fangs. That meant he was a natural vampire like Mark. So, you don't want to walk with me. Why? I'm not into you. Ugh. No, it's not that. I'm going up the 4th floor, so me too. And thus I acquired a companion. We walked out of the cafeteria together quietly. I really didn't know what to make of him. He was being all friendly now, but I couldn't forget that nasty smile he'd given Mark at lunch. How old are you? Are you 18? Are you a senior? Underclassman? What are you? Plus the way he'd stared at me after, though I guess I have been staring at him as well. Still though, so you usually leave a little early, right? But not today. I'm normally still here at the same time anyway, but yeah, today I'll be staying for a while. I sometimes tutor someone, but today we aren't meeting. Mark Louis, isn't it? I raised an eyebrow, so that is why he's talking to me. It didn't take him long to broach the subject. What's that look? You're his friend, right? Friend is a strong word. We're more like friendly acquaintances at most. I see. I was kind of wondering. I don't see him with others much, and you guys look like you had a fight or something during study hall. He's not very subtle, is he? Or something. It wasn't really a fight. We walked in awkward silence for a moment. I could feel him giving me surreptitious... what the hell is that word? Glances. I wasn't sure if he was trying to get a read on me or what. So, how are you liking Pine Hollow so far? Oh, well, I mean, fine. I've lived here before. I went to the school before. Well, that's right. I think I remember hearing everyone talk about that for a few days. Who does this guy think he's fooling? Yeah, there's really no one else it could have been, right? I mean, there aren't that many new students popping up. I guess not. You know, you're different than what I imagined. Oh, how did you expect me to be? You hang around Mark? I thought you'd be a pushover like most people are with him. I don't hang around Mark. I tutor him, that's all. Have I done something to make him mad at me? Mad wasn't the right word. I just found it suspicious that he was suddenly just speaking to me, which didn't sound much better, really. Then again, maybe he just said hi because he recognized me and was being polite. It was pretty paranoid to assume he approached me just because of Mark or something. I should probably be less quick to be suspicious of him. Great, now I'm becoming Spencer. I exhaled slowly and this time gave him a smile. No, you didn't. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired, that's all. It's okay. I was just worried there for a sec. Sorry about that. Like I said, tired. Well, I'm sure moving in and getting settled is stressful, especially when you immediately get roped into tutoring another student. I don't mind tutoring. The rest has been kind of eh. Moves are always like that, though. So which club are you heading up to? I just shot him a sidelong look. Paranormal Mysteries. You saw me go in there yesterday, right? Oh, you're right. Oh, now that I think about it, it didn't really dawn on me at the time that's where you were going. Come to think of it, Ali had said all the paranormal students were, which meant you're in it as well, right? Adrian smiled slightly as if he hadn't expected me to say that. Officially, yeah, I am. I guess now it makes sense that Marc hangs out with you. What the fuck? What are these choices? I am now confused. But this is where we're gonna save for today's stop for today's episode. So he is a paranormal because he just told us that he does go to that club room, so that he's a member. I don't think that's the reason why he's trying. Maybe he is trying to find out if we're a paranormal ourselves. I have no idea. I don't know which choice to pick. So we're gonna find out in the next episode together. Thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.